Welcome back, guys. Viewers, today we play. These are black, right? Yeah, they are black.
It's Madden NFL 24, and our focus is on Darnell Washington. He comes in second in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Packers and the Steelers next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Okay. Come on, guys. Okay. God damn it, why'd I do that? Hold up, y'all. Stay, Earl. Stay. God damn it, bro. Fuck. Sorry, guys. Stay. Good text in chat. Whew. It's cold in here. It's cold in there. Let's get it. Sorry, guys. Stop him right here, ready?
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Steelers offense set for their first possession here, and it's Kenny Pickett who will lead the way.
I don't think we have a Madden 24 on here.
Charles from Pitt.
I like this guy. And the
Yeah,
reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing first play is Pickett.
Way off.
And this one is incomplete. Noah Brown, the Ohio State man, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Packers defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So here are the Packers now with great starting field position. And leading them out, the former walk-on at Georgia who went on to win back-to-back national championships there. A 4th-round pick, Stetson Bennett.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Throwing on 1st down, Bennett. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Touchdown! George Pickens, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game. And it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Now Pickett, changing the play. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 76 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all observed their lessons.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he's got his target, Chris Conley. A bull still fighting through tackles. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Touchdown, Packers. Chris Conley, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point forthcoming. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
You're back, stream. Okay. Sorry, guys.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Boom.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And now an audible here into something else. Pickett now on 1st down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. At that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Pickett will look to throw it here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devontae Wyatt in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got room at the 30, and he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
That's crazy.
Down defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3rd and long for Pickett. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Keely Ringo picks it off. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone.
Stay in the zone. Auto zone.
A couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
I'm sorry, y'all. Auto zone. Auto zone. Okay. Uh-oh. We'll go for fake.
So the Packer offense coming on. They'll be asked to go for 2. And Bennett will try to throw for this. It's complete.
Oh, my God.
And he is
Fudge.
not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's
Dallas is
scrambling.
8-0.
Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Bing.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Looking to throw, Pickett. Steps away to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Back to throw, Pickett.
I'll take that.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear...
Hold up, guys. Let me see. Okay.
Well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
What?
And it's a Packers touchdown. Javon Wims.
Wim.
24-yard touchdown. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Yeah, let's do this play quick. Hold up. Do a fake up with Kenny McIntyre.
He tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Ah, can't charge it there. Fucking. Oh, sorry, language. Sorry. Friendly stream. Whatever it's called. And my bone. And my bone. Putty. Hold on, guys. Doing something quick. Right, kick a little fudge.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
I missed it.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And Pickett going to move his guys around. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And that one blown up quickly as he's he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Davis, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Boy, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And partner, when you get off to a first quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball up and bring it back for a score.
Cha 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 cha.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Oh, nice. Can't get me.
And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Stay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. After the pick 6, here's Pickett to try again. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Pickett back to throw. Leonard Floyd, what a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
The Steelers send out their punter now.
Watch this guy. I'm going to stop him. Ready?
Backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Oh,
and he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
Yes, it is a pretty good kick.
White now to return.
Ooh.
Sheds off the tackle. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space.
Bro, that's a big dude just dive onto me.
Bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he's got it. It's
easy.
Caught for a Packers touchdown.
Say Earl.
Terry Godwin, 35 yards. yards. And the Packers have got it on cruise control.
Stay.
Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And they're just not
that was close. I almost didn't get in the end zone. That was too close.
And of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now Pickett looking to change things up. Now run straight ahead with Warren. Down to about the 37.
God damn, bro, he's hard to tackle.
Hey, look at this Packers defense.
Stay.
Currently
Stay.
number 1 in the NFL against the run.
That's the
Let's
man.
think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to
Stay.
tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. And are you going to win that battle? Are you going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quay Walker came
Quay
through
Walker.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick
Goddamn, it's still my turn.
far too often.
Tomorrow I have to work out tomorrow, for sure.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
We have been on Fortnite today, have we?
They'll set up a throw. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4.
Don't do it.
Here's Pickett. And he's brought down. Can't do anything.
N'Kobe D.
It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want and go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it, got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Bennett to the air on 1st and 10. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Darnell Washington, 48 yards. And the Packers extend their lead yet again. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Oh, this is Thriller. No, I'm just kidding. Why am I singing that song? Arrows Thriller.
And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
They roughed my quarterback. What y'all doing, bro?
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined.
We're gonna slide outside kick. Ready?
Foul. 3 yards. They just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is if someone on the field got confused.
Oh, they got the ball back. It's crazy.
Because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And running with power here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort.
Kenny McIntosh.
That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers are pouring it on. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them.
My bounds.
They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
We ready.
LaFleur tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. Bennett. And he is going to get in.
A flag. Serious?
A flag down. Let's sort this out here. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick.
Onside kick, guys. Watch this.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Yeah. Stop him. Ready, Arrow?
On the give, it's Warren. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. That result, really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Is this bringing back a few memories? Maybe the '85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Oh shoot, no, I was ready.
Pickett. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. A handoff for Warren. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more.
Pickett in trouble, and down
That's
he
crazy.
goes.
Fake.
Darian Kendrick coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. You know, a week ago was one of the best defensive performances I've ever seen. He had 5 sacks. Here we go again.
And he's the type of player that'll keep an offensive staff up all week trying to figure out how to slow him down. But at some point,
I wasn't ready for the
they just have
kick.
to take account of themselves and say, I've got to get bodies in front of him so he doesn't disrupt our offense totally.
And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
Quarterback run.
Look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride.
I could have run more.
He's carrying it over from last week.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went.
I got to go by here fast, guys. Look at that guy right here.
Defend the running back much more
TJ Watt.
back on that type of a play.
He'll decide to keep this once more. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Packers. Stetson Bennett.
Stetson Bennett, Georgia.
And the Packers just continue to roll. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career.
Ah, damn, bro. There's like no fucking space in here. Sorry, guys, for that language. My bad. Ah, not 2 minutes. 30 seconds. Hold on, guys. Oh gosh. But I couldn't call flags.
Delay of game.
Damn it, bro. Oh crap. Sorry.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They got lucky on that. I wasn't paying attention. I was making some food. Sorry, guys. I ran fast as I can to get to the controller, but I couldn't get it.
Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. To throw is Bennett. It's complete. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And that one was made so tough by the penalty, pushing him back to the 7. They still got it done, though.
Yeah, and the big surprise is that the extra point unit doesn't run out there with the kicker. Okay, you move it back to the 7, but they felt like they needed to have it, and they felt like they had a good play call.
My boy couldn't stay on his feet.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 8.
At the 41-yard line.
Now Pickett. This is caught. It's Brown.
He caught that?
And he takes this just
Damn
a
it.
few
Safe.
yards shy of the red zone before going out. And even 50 receiving yards for him now in this first quarter.
They show the highlight.
And also a first down.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I know the quarter.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Pickett changing the play. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because that's yet another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the second half.
Wow, y'all pushed him in the end zone.
Deontay Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to at least get one score back. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second.
Watch, I'm running all the way back.
Progression. That was a nice play.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And just shutting him off there. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now.
Always keep doing that. What I always keep trying to, like, you know. Oh, sorry, Stingy.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Bennett now. And he will not make it to the goal line. It's his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Past midfield, look out. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
No wasted time from Channing Tindall on that play. He got back there in a hurry and met him to stop him for a loss.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run it. Warren. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me.
Are they going to get the first down? I don't think so.
You've opened up lanes for your runners.
He's got his target. That's complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, here's Pickett. And he's wrapped up.
They don't got a chance.
Back in the 25. Jalen Carter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Why did you show the highlight team?
Continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Pickett under pressure, and they got to him again.
Yeah.
Leonard Floyd. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
But tell the statistician to add another one to their impressive total today. Great week for the defensive front. A tough one for that offensive line. Quarterback getting right back behind that line, hoping for more time to attempt a likely 3rd down pass.
Yeah.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
Sorry, singing.
They're going to look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Ow.
Jalen Carter. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Presley Harvin now. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Okay, 18.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? The 18-yard line, it looks like. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Packers. George Pickens, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns.
I can't do it. It
so
hurts.
far. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Yeah. It's okay, Cindy.
Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. Looking to throw here. Bennett. That's caught at the 1.
He got in there right away.
He's not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
In my bones. Arrow. So cutesy yesterday. Ow.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick.
Right here.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Oh damn, they're close up. I didn't even know that.
To the air on first down with Pickett. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. He was superb a week ago. 3 sacks in that affair. Now 1 here in the second quarter.
Well, how about our conversations this week? With him, it was pretty simple. He said, I've got a few combinations I can trot out they haven't seen yet. And on the flip side, they thought they had a plan to block
Ain't going nowhere.
Might need to come up with something else because he looks like he's getting loose now.
Punch, counter punch. The Steelers on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to have to eat this.
That's loud. Sorry guys, not bad.
2 sacks for him
Stay
here in
ill.
his first half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more.
Every single time we get a sack, we're gonna say sheesh.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
Crazy.
Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line.
I couldn't even jump.
Blocking nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. George
actually sounds like
Pickens
Afro
back
game.
out now with the rest of the offense. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking
damn.
so you don't trip and fall.
That was
when it happens
too
in the
close.
game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this
Show that
first
replay
half
again.
for him, and this one is a
What?
1st down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
He's going to go deep for Conley.
Oh!
Intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over
Gosh
at
dang
the
it.
13-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there? Finally gained a
Who
measure
is
of-
that?
I don't even know if you call it revenge, but gotta play.
Who is that guy? Alabama.
That's been difficult for them all game long.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to. And my goodness, another interception. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Stinky, 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 stinky.
So the Packer offense coming on. They'll be asked to go for 2. Now a toss coming right side. McIntosh. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury.
I should jump on the bench, but you can't jump
Into the
there.
end zone to tack on 2 more.
Chill, Errol. Calm down, you big baby. Ooh! Almost smushed your booty.
So
All
they throw
day.
the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Good kick.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing after the interception. Pickett. That's complete to his tight end flyer move. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Pickett now from the gun here. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now Pickett. The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it.
Wow,
And
that was
he'll be
like
out
pretty
right
good.
at the 35.
You gotta see that again, y'all. That was pretty crazy. Wow. It bounced off his knee.
Sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
What?
That is not going to be any
Woo!
help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
Thing.
Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Oh shit! Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm going.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. On the return, it's White. Unable to corral him, he fights through.
Damn.
Call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Pressure comes in this. Down. Cole Holcomb through. For the offensive line, he gets the sack.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really, in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get.
That should have been a flag.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now Bennett. And it's going to be incomplete.
What?
He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
We gotta see that. Oh, that's a catch. Boom. Boom. Look at that. That's a catch. 1, 2. Catch. Throw that flag.
Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he
That's a cat.
bobble it,
Oh,
which
that's
can
a bull.
complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Review the play. Ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Bennett fakes a handoff, now to throw. That is complete downfield to Conley. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Back to throw, Bennett. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. It's Bennett going to have another throw here. And his throw.
Bro, you gotta be kidding me. I can't throw the ball.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Throwing here on 3rd, Bennett.
Oh my God.
Open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And a special play there by the special teams. It's one thing to fake it. He ran it in for the score.
I think the special teams coach saw something on film in preparation for this game, told the head coach now's the time. He got the green light, and they worked it to perfection.
Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. Now a toss coming right side. McIntosh.
McIntosh.
Not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Steelers take over.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. A last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC. Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. This may be one of the best stretches of defensive football that I've seen. I don't know about you. 5 sacks last week, now 3 here in this affair.
I would agree with that, and I've enjoyed watching the skill that's gone into it. You can see the intelligence behind it as well. He's watched tape, and he's setting people up. But relentless, that's the one word that keeps coming to mind. He does not want to be denied at getting to the quarterback.
And they're not denying him.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Off the play fake, it's Bennett. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Chris Conley with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Packers have got it on cruise control.
That was easy.
In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this 1st half.
I couldn't give it to him at all in the whole game.
Targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Dark movie.
The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2. And Bennett will try to throw for this. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Why the hell am I putting it over there? Okay, I can't reach that far.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing.
I
When you start
suppose.
a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jalen Carter. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Robinson.
Oh, shit,
Taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
I didn't hit him.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Warren. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Pickett. He gets this one to Johnson. And he is tackled inside.
That's
the
crazy
40,
hit.
not quite to the 35. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half.
That's crazy.
It's a first down.
That's a good hit,
And I
but
don't think there's
still.
any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Pickett will look to throw it here. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Push them all the way
Jalen
back.
Carter. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Bennett to the air on 1st and 10. Got a man open. It's Wims. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is caught on the sideline. And he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the...
I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty good play.
Timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Bennett.
Yes, sir.
It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Javon Wims in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he fends him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway.
Get up, love.
I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start with the big game of the weekend, a rematch of the Minnesota Miracle with New Orleans back in town. And it's the Saints who are out in front. Derek Carr has a couple of touchdown passes there. Next, we're off to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Zay Flowers, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Andy Dalton, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. In the first half, it was the rookie from Georgia, Stetson Bennett, who was looking sharp. He had a half for the ages, touchdown pass after touchdown pass. He threw a month's worth of touchdowns in just those first 2 quarters of play. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much.
We're going to have to throw it short because...
you back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. He's still on his feet. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown.
Yep, yep. Hooray.
Again, Elvin Barton, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games at a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. And no, it falls incomplete.
I was close.
So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Steelers take over.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Pickett back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Nakobe Dean picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. They'll set up a throw. Got his man. It's Warren. And he gets it up to the 10-yard
Yeah, I can't get by me.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. It's taken to the 26. And a fast footwork by White. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So here are the Packers now to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Rams, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive. 1st and 10. Bennett now off play action. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is incomplete.
Push.
Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Bennett back to the air on 2nd down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Bennett now to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Bennett looking to throw. Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21.
1st down, Green Bay.
They'll throw again with Bennett. Touchdown, Packers. Terry Godwin, his 2nd touchdown of the
That's cold, bro.
And the Packers extend their lead yet again. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or 2? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well.
Mm-hmm.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it.
The onside kick recovered by the Steelers.
No one's excited for that.
The Steeler offense set
I
to
just hear someone say
regain
break a leg.
possession. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time.
First down!
You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
If they get closer, I'm about to switch it.
This afternoon, you wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to get
Packer pressure, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Darian Kendrick, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And after all that, he'll get right back to where they would have been had he just let the ball go, as they'll start at the 20. A great return there of 22.
I'm not gonna lie, that was actually a good return. Look, I stayed on my feet for long. Hey, break those tackles. That's crazy. I still stand on my feet.
On 1st and 10, Bennett.
Welcome to the stream, if you know.
Complete to Washington. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Well,
Bennett now. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw here. Bennett. Washington's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
why do they keep doing that?
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. It's Bennett going to have another throw here. He's going to launch it for Washington. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Darnell Washington with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. Size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Sheesh.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that
he don't want to go down.
And it certainly did, especially on this.
He don't want to go down, right? Oh, good.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This one's probably going to be a linebacker going to stop him right.
Looking to throw, Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
Yeah, ain't no way you're running all down there.
But not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Pickett on the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's 2nd and 10. And Pickett going to move his guys around. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's
first down.
knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Off play action, Pickett. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leonard Floyd in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Darian Kendrick, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Stetson Bennett and his teammates out there for their next possession. And he the last drive also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. He goes 86 yards there on the touchdown run. And the Packers are pouring it on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Oh, motherfucker. We're not aiming at them.
Tells the offense stay out there, go for 2. And Bennett will try to throw for this. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it.
The onside kick recovered by the Steelers.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's one. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Pickett. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Are y'all guys excited for college football 25? Yes or no, guys? I'm excited for it.
And the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
They suck, bro.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Pushing.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. White now to return. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. The drive will start with an option going left. Now he's into the clear again. Inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Stetson Bennett, 64 yards. And the Packers just continue to roll. We've seen this already from him in this game. Second time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So
How many intercept? Oh, they got him.
to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him a part of our running game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on two more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it.
The onside kick recovered by the Steelers.
¡Vamos a la casa!
Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Yeah, Eric Stokes.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. Down the left sideline.
And but my
And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10.
My boy came in fast like someone that paid for I don't beat up with them. Powder bodies, powder heads.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's the give to McIntosh. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Packers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well.
Onside kick, we're gonna do it.
And this is going to be Packer football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
They didn't even get the ball because they didn't know who touched it. Look. Oh, he did miss though. He tried to do something.
I think because they have such a margin, bolder about what. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Packers. George Pickens, 40 yards. And the Packers have got it on cruise control. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it out past the 35. The Steelers ready for their next possession. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Second down and 6 now. Now Pickett looking to change things up. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Flush to his right.
This guy got scared.
Pickett sliding to avoid the hit. He also has the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Now a run with Warren. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Yeah, what's up, John, if you can hear me.
Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Now Pickett will look to pass it.
I caught it.
Side, Johnson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 33. A solid gain of 15.
And look at the Ravens, 21-3 against the Bengals.
First and 10 now from the 33.
That's crazy.
Pickett.
Hope I don't play them next because they'll probably be hard to go against.
And that one too wide and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing.
That's an interception. Oh, you better replay that.
Another throw on second down, and this one in.
That's not a that's not an interception by Stokes. Wow, I'm not challenging it no matter what. I'm doing enough like.
Now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and that means that he'll be out of challenges for the remainder of this ball game.
No, I still got one more.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Pickett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got
that was my fault.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Pickett to throw on first down. That's complete to his tight end flyer move. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 5.
That's good.
Incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
That he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks
He's
have
good.
those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. 3rd time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, want to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Boswell's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
Ow, I can get this watcher. I'm gonna do it again.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score.
Time.
Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say challenge him. kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
I have no idea what that noise was.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll try and throw for it. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it.
Let me search up something. When do they put it?
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
When do they put backup quarterbacks if the team's getting slaughtered?
We'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is...
How many minutes do they put a backup quarterback in for? 'No. How many quarter minutes do QB backups play? $20 total plays. Insane.
You've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On first down, Warren, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 3rd and long for Pickett. This will be caught by Brown. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have...
Packers bring pressure, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big.
Oh.
And this doesn't work.
Lucky.
The Steelers recover it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Pickett back to throw. Got his man. It's Warren.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard.
Damn.
Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's...
Let's see that hit again. Now these Georgia players know how to stop. Boom. He tried to do that quick slide, but no.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. He's to the 15.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. And that's caught at the 2. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
It's okay, thinking.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
That ain't gonna happen.
After the pick 6, here's Pickett to try again.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And this throw incomplete.
And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. Inside the 10 and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
It's cold in here.
So the Packer offense coming on. They'll be asked to go for 2. They'll look to throw. It's caught at the 1. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So they throw the pick
Swear, hope
six.
this
They'll
game
get
does not
another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Sorry.
And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lobsters.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Crazy.
Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
The defense more than did its
Bro, I
job.
haven't got a chance to even get the ball back and pass it to my guys. At all. At all. Actually, we're gonna have to try. We're gonna have to try.
Summon onto the field as they'll go for 2. Now a toss coming right side. McIntosh. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Onside kick.
So this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it.
The onside kick recovered by the Steelers.
Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. Right at the 50-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Man open is Robinson. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
That's crazy.
Allen Robinson, 50 yards. And
That was a
the
close
Steelers
pick.
get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
He got lucky, bro. Look at this pick. Stokes almost didn't get it because he was going too tall.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense.
Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade is going to happen, but good thought. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Bennett. He's got his target, Chris Conley. And they'll get this down to the 10. Throwing on 1st down, Bennett. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Chris Conley from 10. And the Packers continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
That's crazy.
Oh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it.
Pickett now on 1st down.
But I thought he caught it.
Is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent.
I said even close.
This punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. First and 10, here's Bennett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 55 yards.
He ain't going to the end zone.
Field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be first and goal from an ideal position.
I see it now.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Looking to throw here, Bennett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up.
He would have caught it.
Well, they're passing attack.
That would have been good close. It's an easy catch.
Incomplete. Has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on a
touchdown Packers. Javon Wims from a yard out, and the Packers extend their lead yet again. So here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Well, it's an old chestnut, but let's face it, offensively, they've got to have some pride here, because this has been a worst-case scenario all game for them. Keep putting in the effort. Keep trying to keep your quarterback up.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nakobe Dean getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
Well, we all know this quarterback had to spend plenty of time studying prior to the game, but he has to be tired of seeing these guys, especially him. Third time now he's brought this quarterback down. Whole defense has had a great game, but 3 sacks, not hard to find who one of the leaders of that effort was.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick completion here to Johnson. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield.
Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group. Capable of torching a secondary any week is evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Looking downfield for Godwin. It got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Bennett now off play action. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And it's a Packers touchdown. Terry Godwin, 45 yards. And the Packers are pouring it on. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always comes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Pickett. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Nakobe Dean, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Son of a
Pass
gun.
incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
As a quarterback, you got to be cautious. You got to understand where the pressure is going to come from. This time, it's a cornerback coming after him. And this time, the cornerback just a bit late getting to him. The penalty assessed.
Up the middle they go. It's Warren. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back to throw, Pickett. He finds his man, complete. That's Warren. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Here's Pickett. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Darian Kendrick in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Pickett looking to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, have a game, sir, why don't you? A sack earlier and an exclamation point here late in the game, and this one won by his side of the ball. They played so well, surprised he didn't get his 2nd sack earlier.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Jordan Davis.
Ow!
The offensive line is
Sorry.
in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something.
One more for their Washington, and then
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And now they'll shift things around. On 1st and 10, Bennett. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Darnell Washington, 88 yards. And the Packers just continue to roll. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it.
Onside kick recovered by the Steelers.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now Pickett. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Darian Kendrick in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. Pickett. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Leonard Floyd in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. And he's going to go down again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. The Steelers send out their punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's what really becomes fun because, let's face it.
There he goes left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstance. And they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, Many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And now here is another interception. Here's Smith to return it. Oh, able to avoid him.
This is crazy.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And
I thought my game
just
crashed.
about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, CD, we are witnessing something that I never thought that I would witness. I would imagine you never thought this, too. I mean, we have a team taking the field in an NFL game, and they are up by triple digits. I mean, 50 is a lot, but to get to over 100, this is just crazy.
We've seen in the history of the game of basketball a few people score 100 points individually, men and women. But we've never seen this before in NFL history. We've only seen 2 teams combine for 100 points in a game 5 times in league history. One of the greatest games ever played, well, by one of the teams anyway.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Throwing here on 3rd. Bennett. Flushed out right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
And that is a historic run for him, partner. With that pickup, he just broke Lamar Jackson's 2009 for most yards in a season by a quarterback. No one has done it better across a 16 or 17-game schedule. Now his name will be forever linked with the best runners to ever play at that position.
Bennett fakes a handoff, now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Fans
usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Green Bay, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside
They're very tough when I play by themselves.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Take go.
Not my fault.
Here we go. Set. Hut, hut.
Dude, fast.
Here we go. Set.
Probably play for a little bit until like 1-2.
On the ready. Trouble 38. Set. Go. Ready.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we set. Ready. Ready. Set. Set. Cut. Down. Hut, hut. Is that all you got? Okay, ready? 43 rail. Ready?
That's crazy.
Set. Ready. Hut. On the double. Hut.
It's crazy.
Let's go now. Set. Go. Hurry. Hurry. Ready. Ready.
It's crazy.
Ready, set. Set, hut. Ready.
Damn.
Here we go. Set, set.
I'm sorry.
Here we go. Ready, ready. Here we go. Here, ready.
Oh, what was that?
Ready, ready. Set, hut. Set, hut, hut.
Damn.
Down. Ready.
Alright, Hail Mary. I'm playing until 2 guys, just practicing. It's crazy. Damn. Crazy tackle. I got lifted off the ground. Fuck. Sorry. Got rid of the ball. Before, what's his name come in? Devontae White got me almost. Damn, bro, I didn't even see him coming. Who was that? Can't believe that. That's crazy.
Here we go, set. Ready, ready. And up. Here we go, here we go. Ready. Let's go. Hut, hut. Ready.
It's crazy. Sa.
Go. Ready.
Butch.
Set up. Ready, ready. Go.
Quite Walker is a savage, bro.
Hey. Set go. Ready, ready. Hut. Let's go now. 60 by 6. Set go. Tag. Bronco 80. Set. And up. Here we go. Set. Ready. Here we go. Here we go. 60.
It's crazy.
Let's go. Hut, hut. Ready. Ready. Go. Ready, ready.
Same. God damn, bro. It's like a good actually, and then passing was terrible. Arrow. You okay, Stinky? Okay. It's sleepy. Almost 2 o'clock, guys. Damn, bro, that guy pushed me out of bounds.
Here we go, Shaq. Okay, ready? Ready? Quarterback. Here we go.
Your kickoff. The first time we get the touchdown, we're ending our stream. That ain't gonna happen. Insane. We're not gonna get it. It's impossible to get it with this defense. Which my defense? Can't get it. It's impossible to get against his defense, guys. Yeah, juke is not gonna work. Just keep going straight up the middle. Just go up straight the middle. Like those guys says. Go up straight the middle. Ah, damn, but they're faster than you. Dude, what? I was right there. Hi Mia. Hi Mia. God dang it, bro. Should we get Kenny McIntosh? No, I'm just kidding. Why is that guy, the same guy, still there too? Nah. It's impossible, guys, to run. Are you saying why my defense is so good? This is why. Bruh, I didn't even trip. I didn't even trip, bro. Oh my god. Go up the middle. The guy always says go up the middle or go on the side. They're too strong. God, Jesus. Where my defense at, bro? IKKK. What's up? Just doing some practice drills. What's up, bro? Man, welcome to the stream. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Golly, man. Golly. Up the middle we go. That's what the guy says. Up the middle we go. And it's kind of hard because my team is strong as hell. Right here, I feel it. I feel this one right here. Don't feel it, dude. Golly, guys, it's crazy. I've been trying this so many times. Oh my goodness gracious, they're almost coming. Finally, holy crap. Jeez, that took forever. Do some field goals. Flip sides. Golly, bro, y'all couldn't even pick up that goddamn ball. Y'all lazy. How far can we make a ball? I see this man right here. It's impossible if I make it. That's barely. Holy crap! Let's check it. Let's look at it again. Well, that's a field goal, right? No, I didn't pass. Oh, it's like. There ain't no way. I feel like that was like not even close. Yeah, that's not even close. That's like way off. That's like way off. Let's scoot even more back. This is like 100. This has to be like what? How long is it for? Yeah, there ain't no way. I can't even see the stick. That's going in for sure. Damn, that's not even gonna go in. The yard I can make it at is probably right here. Oops, sorry. Oh, 112 yards. This is what I can make it. Ah, sideways. I gotta match that yard, bro. That not even close. I gotta kick it harder next time. Bro, is there an impossible way you could get it right there? So close. My kicks are not even close. What happened right? Oh, I didn't even kick it right. That's why. Dude. Is that even going in the end zone? That's not even going in close. Now that went in for sure, right? Dude, not even freaking close. I think we could make it like probably right there. I can make it. Right there, a little back, not too far. Can we kick 110 yard? Yeah, we can kick 110. No, we cannot kick 110 yards. That's not going in. It bounced off. Serious? Yeah. What the frig, bro? It ain't gonna go in. I gotta kick that 4-4. Hold up. That's going in for sure. Oh, I think the more you kick it faster, the more it goes, right? Oh, I made it. That is insane. Now we know how to kick it now. Think I know. I think I made it now. That's not even close. That's not even close. I can't even see, bro. I can't even see the freaking line. That's not even close. It's not even close. No, that's not gonna happen. No, I should go in. How do you make it on the X? Is it like that hard to make it on the X? Oh, I wasn't even close that time. It's not gonna happen. There ain't no way no one can make a 116 yard. This is a bad kick. The only field goal we can make is like... Okay, we're not gonna make it. Maybe just look at the replay, and after that, we're gonna get off. That's way... What the freak? Wow. Hi, Mia. It's not getting close. Yeah, it's not gonna get close, so just add one more time. You can only kick 112 yard field goal, that's it. Watch. That's gonna get closer because I didn't hit it hard enough. Alright, we kicked 113. I mean 111. I'll move up a little bit, we can kick it. See? We kicked 111 yard. Barely. Alright guys, we're gonna end right here.